Hey, welcome once again into the space, into the place. You know what it is. You know where you is. Yes, oh yes, oh yes. Come on in, take a seat, relax, get ready, because this is the I Am the Possible podcast experience. Oh yes, yes. This is the place where possibilities, they become your perspective. Today, guys, the possibilities that we're going to be talking about is the breakthrough, your breakthrough. Are you someone who has been wanting to move forward in some way? This breaking through, getting through, going from here to there, whatever that means for you, but you've been stuck. You've felt like you've been held up by life, by God, by yourself, by someone else, by something else, whatever it is, you name it, you frame it, you put it into your context. All you know at this point is that you've been bumping up against the resistance and you haven't been able to figure it out. You haven't been able to quite put your finger on the problem, the thing that's truly holding you back. You know it's there. You feel the resistance. You try to take a step forward and you keep taking two steps back. Something's in your way. And you are just at a point where you are truly ready for a breakthrough. You might call it a miracle. You might call it progress. You might call it success. But whatever you call it, you know that it's different from where you are today. And sometimes it's not even about the external, the physical, the tangible. No, for you, if I'm talking to you today, it's something that you've even identified as internal. You want to experience something on the inside. You want to feel something. You want to give yourself permission to feel something, to experience something. You might call it joy. You might call it happiness. You might call it contentment. You might call it satisfaction. I don't know what you might call it, but you're calling it something. And whatever that thing is for you, you just haven't been able to experience it. Well, today, I want to share something with you that may help you. It may be the missing piece of the puzzle. It may be the key that unlocks the door to your breakthrough. It may be the very thing that you've been praying for. So let's jump right into it. Let me start off with a scripture. The Bible tells us to be transformed by the renewing of our minds, to no longer conform to the ways, the patterns, the thoughts, the traditions, the customs of this present age, of this world. Well, that's talking about a way of thinking, a way of reasoning. It's a approach to life. It's a way of thinking and being. It's a perspective, a perception. It's talking about the internal world. And it's saying if you want to be transformed, if you want to go from here to there, if you want to finally cross over, if you want to finally break through that invisible ceiling, if you finally want to level up in life, if you finally have come to the place where you are fed up with where you are and you truly want to experience transformation, then you have to renew the mind. You have to renew the internal state of being and thinking and reasoning. You have to deal with what's going on within you. And many times we think it's just positive thinking, or I just need to read another book, or I just need to take another course, or I just need to take another class. But today I want to share something with you that's more foundational. And for me, it has been more transformative. It's been more powerful. Um, it's been a true change agent in my life. It's helped open up a world of understanding into how this thing called life is really done. And I think that once you embrace this, accept this, listen, once you just begin to consider it, entertain it more and more, getting more and more aware of it, then the more empowered you're going to be, the more equipped you're going to be to finally begin to see greater and greater breakthroughs. Cycles and patterns that have been holding you back, they're going to begin to break. Those chains, those internal chains, they're going to begin to break and to fall off. And you're going to begin to give yourself permission, giving yourself this green light of life to be able to move forward. Because many times this being stuck, this being held back, it's really an illusion. It's really something that you're just dealing with on a very subconscious level. And if you deal with it at that level, the level that you're struggling at, if you introduce a solution at that same level, then you're going to be able to renew some things, to redesign some things, to begin to really move forward in a way that is redemptive, in a way that is transformative, a way that, when you move forward, you're not going to take any steps back. You're going to continue to advance. So this transforming by the renewing of our minds, this word here, this transformation, it's really taken from the concept of metamorphosis, like a butterfly going through its various stages. And in those various stages, it's growing and it's developing, but it continues to be what it is. A butterfly has been a butterfly at the egg stage, at the caterpillar stage, at the cocoon stage, and as this beautiful flying mosaic creature that we all have come to know and love as the butterfly, that stage is only the adult. It's the final stage. But the truth is, it's always been a butterfly from the beginning. And I see that for many of us, it is this that we have to deal with in order to see our breakthrough. We have to come to realize what we are. We have to come to realize, and we have to come to redefine what we are. And I'm going to show you exactly why that is so critical, so important to your breakthrough. It's called the self-concept. And this is what people don't talk about. I think it's not talked about because for the majority of us, we don't know it. We've never been introduced to it. That language has never been given to us. And it's not sexy. It's not sellable. It's not marketable. It doesn't catch the eye. It's not sexy online. It doesn't go viral. No, the flashy stuff, the more things to do, the more, 10 more steps to take, the systems, the programs, the processes, the events, right? The doing, the other stuff. That's what's pushed and pushed and pushed, but it's not foundational. It's very surface. It doesn't address the real problem. Breakthrough is found at the subconscious level. Breakthrough is addressed at the subconscious level. So I want to share something with you that I found to be extremely fascinating. I'd known it for quite some time, but I just wanted to illustrate this, and I used some AI to kind of bring it up. Here, let me present it there. Check that out. I wanted to share this very powerful revelation. This is by Earl Nightingale. Just as no building can, and it's really no building can rise or arise, right? It's typo, it's AI. But just as no building can rise higher than the quality of its blueprint, so as no life can consistently rise above the quality of the self-concept on which it is built. Just like a building. Think about that. Construction, right? The first thing they do is they go out, they test the land, and they dig and they take samples and they do whatever they do to the ground. But once they understand that they have a place where they can begin to break ground and they can begin to build on, as long as Everything checks out. They begin to build a building, but the first thing that must be done is they must create a blueprint. They must create the blueprint. And that's why I call this one the blueprint to your breakthrough. The concept that you have of yourself, it is the blueprint to either being stuck or being free. And here's what's awesome about this. Whatever concept you have today, it's not final. It's just first. I want you to lean into that. Because sometimes we conclude that it's over for us. We conclude that it's a wrap for us. We conclude that, hey, this is just how life is. Life sucks. I suck. God sucks. People suck. This is just my lot in life. This is as far as I'm going to go. And I'm just going to buy time until I die, or I'm going to just settle for whatever life gives me. And this is just all that there is. And we conclude and we shut down. And wherever there are conclusions, not only does progress stop, but our curiosity stops. We stop looking, we stop digging, we stop asking questions, we stop working toward the higher self, the greatest self, the thing that we've been created to do and to be and to have. All of those things are concluded. The minute we conclude that the self-concept that we have today is the only one that we're ever going to work with. See, the self-concept is so critical that it is truly the informant on so many of our decisions. We make thousands of decisions every day, thousands. And our brain is wired to look to and inquire of the self-concept. Hey, who do you believe you are? Who do you believe yourself to be? What do you believe that you're capable of? The brain, the decision-making region of the brain, the prefrontal cortex, that medial prefrontal cortex, that area in the brain, it's informed by the self-concept on what you should pay attention to, on what you see in your everyday life. And if we don't understand that we have a self-concept, and we don't understand how the self-concept is developed, and we don't understand how to rewire the self-concept, then we will always be victimized by our own ignorance. And we don't have to be victimized. We don't have to be victims of ignorance. Not when we're diving into this information, not when this information is being presented. So guys, let me just bottom line this. You being stuck, you being held back, you not moving forward, you not taking action, you not seeing change in your life, you not being transformed. Even as the Bible says, your transformation is a renewal. It's based upon a renewal. What are you renewing? You're renewing the way you see yourself. You're renewing the way you feel about yourself. You're renewing the way you see and think and feel about you. I don't know what you thought that scripture meant. I don't know what you thought you were renewing. But when you renew your mind, the first place that we need renewal of and in is ourselves. The concept we have of ourselves, the perspective we have of ourselves. Because Jesus can do everything Jesus does. God can do everything God does. People around you can do everything that people around you can do. But until you believe that you are worthy, you are capable, you are good enough, you deserve, you are worthy of. And I even made some videos last week about this illusion of being worthy and being deserving. But that's for a whole nother day. But the truth is, you ain't got to be worthy of nothing. You don't have to deserve nothing. No one deserves anything. No one's worthy of anything. Trade in your needing to be deserving of something for a decision. Trade in your needing to be worthy of something for a want. You know how many people in this world are getting ahead and getting what they want in life and doing the things that they want to do in life, traveling the world, having amazing experiences, not because they feel worthy, not because they believe that they deserve it, but simply because they made a decision about what they wanted. And I know for my Christians, I know we don't always want to hear this. And a lot of that is because the mind has not been renewed to the freedom that we have in and through God. We're still holding back. We're still giving ourselves a red light when God has given us a green light to go. We're still mashing the brake when God has already given us the gas. And that's all because of the self-concept. Your concept is giving you a red light. Your concept is smashing on the brake. Your concept is doing that. So if you can, number one, accept and become more aware of the fact that you have a self-concept, the image, the picture of yourself, the internal picture of who you are and who you believe yourself to be, built upon the experiences and the emotional responses that you've had in the past. Something was done, something was said to you in the past that shaped your concept. Experiences, environments, emotional responses trained you on a subconscious level over time. You weren't aware of it. You weren't picking up on it. You didn't know it was happening, but it was being trained through repetition over and over and over. Same experiences, same environments, same emotional responses, same old, same old, same old, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, 25 years. It begins to look like truth. It begins to feel like truth. It's not truth, but it feels like it. Why? Because that's all you're used to. You're familiar with it. And if all you're used to and if all you're familiar with is one thing, you're going to begin to think that the world is like this. It becomes your world view. It becomes what you think of the world. And the world is so much bigger, so much bigger. There's so much out here. There's so many things available, so many amazing people available. But we narrow it down, we shrink it down because we have been trained over time. Same environments, same experiences, same emotional responses. And it's not true, it's not real, it's just what you've come to accept. And here's the good news. If you don't like that, if you don't like that reality, you can change it. Your breakthrough can happen when you begin to renew your mind concerning who you believe yourself to be. That's where breakthrough happens. It happens on the inside. And then your outside world begins to reflect what's happening on the inside. So just like this picture, on one side, the weak self-concept, weak foundation, limited life, limited beliefs, past wounds, self-doubt, fear, comparisons, compromise, lack of worth. That's a weak self-concept. The blueprint, poor design, weak structure, limited vision, short-term thinking. On the other side, look at that. Look at what that strong blueprint looks like. Look at that strong blueprint, strong foundation, fulfilling life, self-aware. See, I just talked about that. Self-aware, self-worth, clear values, growth mindset, faith, purpose, solid design, strong structure, clear vision, internal and eternal purpose. You see the difference? You see the contrast? That's what I wanted to share with you. Because so many of us are being sold and told that breakthrough is about more effort. Breakthrough is about pleasing God more. Breakthrough is about being a better this or a better that. Breakthrough is about da. No, breakthrough is simple. Breakthrough is one thing. How do you see yourself? That informs everything else. Everything else. Let me stop sharing. Let me come back over here. It informs everything else, guys. Is this landing? Is this hitting home? Is this making sense? You're having difficulties in your relationships, self-concept. Difficulties in your family, self-concept. Rough time on the job, self-concept. Ministry falling apart, self-concept. You may be saying, man, Treveal, bro, how is self-concept all these things? Because we don't control life. We don't control other people anyway. And as Tony Robbins once said, the quality of our lives are not determined by our conditions, but by our decisions. And like I told you earlier, your decisions are being informed, directed by the self-concept. That's how I can say that with such confidence and such clarity. Because you're looking for a greater quality of life. You're looking for a greater quality of life. You want some things to change in your life, not just this physical life, but you are looking for some things to change on the inside. More joy, more peace, more happiness, more satisfaction, more fulfillment, a sense of purpose, a sense of life, a sense of living. You want to come alive. You want to be awake to yourself. That's the self-concept. It's time to simplify. It's time to make this thing simple. You get online, everything's complicated. Everything's 10 steps to 3 steps to 4 steps to. And I'm not anti-progress. I'm not anti-process. But my goodness, it's always see all of these prerequisites. Let's simplify. Let's simplify your life. Let's simplify whatever area of life that you're struggling with. If you improve the concept that you have of yourself, if you improve the communication, because that's the trickle-down effect. You improve the concept, you improve the communication, the conversation that you're having with yourself. And ultimately, we're either talking ourselves into or we're talking ourselves out of the things that are necessary for us to experience the full breakthrough. You're given an opportunity. You got a poor self-concept, subconscious level. You don't even realize it. The brain is saying, yo, this thing in front of us, shall we pursue? The concept says, no, back off. I'm afraid of that. We can't handle that. We can't do that. We're not worthy of that. We don't deserve that. That's that internal conversation that you're having that you're not even aware of, happening beneath the surface. And you're not even aware of it. But it's all rooted in the concept. The concept is informing the conversation. The conversation is informing the capacity that you have to welcome the opportunities that life presents you or to reject them, to take on the challenges that life presents or to try to duck and dodge them. That's why I'm so confident. My eyes have been open to this. My hope, my prayer, my intention is to share this thing until more and more people become aware of it as well. Guys, let me end with this. The concept. Number 1, entertain. Entertain. Consider. If you want to accept the fact that you have a concept at all. That's step number 1. Just do you even believe that you have a concept? A self-image, a self-idea. Do you even believe that? If you're willing to believe that, and if you're willing to believe that it is the chief commander of the conversations you have with yourself and the choices that you make, the decisions that you make, if you're willing to accept that framework, if you're willing to accept that that's working within you on a daily basis, and it is determining whether you see your breakthrough or don't see your breakthrough, if you're just willing to entertain that, consider that, and eventually accept that, then I got some really good news for you. And I said it earlier, and I'll say it again. If you have a poor self-concept, one that is working against you and not with you, that concept is not final. It's just first. You get to run it back. Yeah. You get to revisit and redefine those conclusions that you've made about yourself. And you can begin to construct a new self-concept. And when you do that, you begin to create a new kind of conversation within yourself, and you begin to cultivate a new kind of capacity within yourself. The mind is being renewed, and breakthrough is on the way. The same way you got the weak self-concept is the same way you get the strong one. Repetition, training, practice, over and over and over, by getting new information about you and training it and practicing it in and through every conversation, every challenge that comes up, every point of difficulty that comes up. every point of complexity and confusion and chaos in your life, every time something shows up, it becomes an opportunity for you to train a new concept. And for you, I have created, and it's linked in this video in the description. And if you're on a podcast platform, it's linked in the show notes and description. I have created a self-concept reset. This reset is going to help you to renew your mind concerning you. Download it, go through it, become aware. Become aware of the concept, become aware of how to revisit it, how to redefine it, and how to begin to relive your life from a renewed self-concept and a renewed life and a renewed mind. Yeah. Click that link. Get it today. Get it now. Get it now. If you're on live, get it now. If you're watching the replay, get it now. Click it. It's below. Click it. Get it now. Don't mess around. Don't wait. Because the old self-concept will talk you out of it. Right at the point of your breakthrough, when you're about to get the information that you need for your breakthrough, the old self will say, no, 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 no. And I'm telling you, yes, 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 yes. Is it scary sometimes? Yes. Are you going into uncharted territory? Yes. But I've done it. I've been there. I've gone in. I've walked through it. I made it through it. You can make it through it. Give yourself permission to make it through it. Give yourself permission to try something different, to try something new. You've tried everything else. You've been trying everything else, and ain't nothing else working. Maybe this is what's going to finally break you through. I believe it will. I believe it will. That's it. This is the blueprint to your breakthrough. Love you guys, praying for you guys, believing in you guys. Until next time, this is Treveal, C.W. Lynch, Mr. What? And this is the I Am the Possible podcast experience. The place where possibilities, they become perspective.